without further ado, I would like to introduce our next guests, Mr. Joe Machado, the project leader from the End Plastic Waste of the Alliance to End Plastic Waste, and Mr. Jeff Kirshner, the CEO and founder of one of our best startups, Litterati. And again, we look forward to their announcements. And without spending any further time, I would like to welcome these two gentlemen to our Startup Showcase event. And thank you very much for being engaged and being a part of our cleanup efforts.
Hi, I'm Joe Machado with the Alliance to End Plastics Waste. And one of the very fortunate activities I've been involved with over the past year is to coordinate the collaboration we have with Plug and Play for the End Plastics Waste innovation platform globally. We've been at it for about a year now, and you've already heard some of the great results that have come from this, from our hub in Silicon Valley, from our hub in Paris, and we've also launched our hub in Singapore. And over the coming months, you're going to hear about more exciting output from this collaboration as the Alliance and its member companies has been exposed to a broad range of entrepreneurs and innovators who are aligned with the Alliance in terms of their purpose of ending plastic waste in the environment. And there's so many solutions that we need to bring to bear to solve this problem. And it's been exciting to work with all of these innovators and really provide them as best we can with what it takes to scale these solutions really on a global basis, whether that's access to investors or access to expertise coming from our member companies and ourselves, or access to the ecosystem of players in the plastics value chain that can help drive more growth for these businesses. And I really just want to talk about one of those right now, and that's Litterati, who came into our Silicon Valley hub back in February. And immediately we recognized that this is an exciting solution, and this is an exciting management team with a lot of motivation and really the wherewithal to succeed, and a solution that could unlock something that is unique. They sprang right away with a way of supporting the Alliance's ambition to really lead World Cleanup Day that was coming in September. It's already here now. And I want Jeff Kirshner, the CEO of Litterati, to tell us a little bit about how Litterati played a key role in making World Cleanup Day come alive on a global scale, and some of the exciting results we've had already just in the past 48 hours.
Joe, it's a pleasure to be here with you. The last 7 months of working together has been absolutely inspirational and has really provided us with a tremendous amount of value. In honor of World Cleanup Day, which was on September 19th, together with the Alliance, we launched the All Together Global Cleanup, an initiative that gave all of the member companies of the Alliance and other organizations the opportunity to come together, combining community, technology, and data to create the biggest impact possible. And during that initial couple of days, we've already had people from all over the world collect nearly 200,000 pieces of litter, all of which have been mapped, cataloged, and collected. Today, we're excited to announce a challenge specifically with Plug and Play. You can go onto the Litterati application, enter the code PNPAEPW, and instantly join Plug and Play's challenge. And together, we anticipate creating an even greater impact for the weeks to come. I just want to say on behalf of the Litterati team, it's been a joy to work with yours, and we look forward to a very positive future going forward.
Thanks, Jeff. I'm really excited to see the results coming in and hear about more and more downloads of the Litterati app and the utility of it in World Cleanup Day, which is actually going to go on for the next 2 weeks. So there's lots of opportunity. And the point isn't just an event, right? The point is to embed this as a habit and a behavior that people have with or without the app to really be aware of the impact of plastics waste and the ability to clean their environment on a daily basis. And that's really what we're after. And that's really, I think, what this collaboration is about. And I'll tell you, in addition to the plug and play challenge, everybody in the Alliance, all of the departments are competing against each other as well to be more successful and more impactful in this World Cleanup Day that runs until October 2nd. 2nd or 4th. Doesn't matter. It's 2 more weeks and all the time thereafter. So we're excited about World Cleanup Day. We're excited about the cooperation that we've had with Litterati and all of our member companies and Plug and Play and a large array of corporate partners and other project partners in being part of this and scaling it up. And on the basis of that, I'd like to announce, now really it's a pleasure, a further, let's say, raising of the game in terms of the collaboration between the Alliance and Litterati. So we are moving forward with a grant of $950,000 to Litterati. I think there's a lot they can do, and we're excited to be working together to get them to the next level and really grow their impact. So Jeff, I'd like to ask you a question, if I might, and that is, how do you think this app is really going to change the behavior of a typical user, a typical consumer, whether they're a student or a parent or an employee of a company? How does it really embed itself into people's awareness and change what they do on a daily basis?
You know, Joe, I think you hit the nail on the head earlier. Whether it's increasing the innovation through computer vision and machine learning, whether it's building out a curriculum and working in schools throughout the world, or figuring out ways to deepening levels of engagement, i.e. through things like gamification, it's all about getting people to increase their level of awareness for their surrounding environment. And what the Litterati platform enables is just that. Through the simplicity of taking a photograph, that photo brings you much closer to your environment, whether it's on a beach or in an urban environment or just in your backyard. That simple snap of the photograph, when layered with sophisticated analytics, can not only get you to participate in keeping the planet clean, but it also can get you to the root cause of the problem so that we can map problem areas, work on changing our behavior, and ultimately create a plastic waste-free world.
Thanks, Jeff. And really, tell us more about the value of the data. So I think the user has a certain experience, and it really, I think, improves their awareness. And with the curricula you have, it can improve their knowledge as well, which is really what we're after. And under that is the value of the information that's aggregated and mapped, you know, on a time and location scale. And that can be valuable to a number of players in the ecosystem. So tell us a little bit about how that's valuable and how that might improve things for the future.
So I'll give you a couple of examples, but really one I want to focus on is the value that that data provides for cities. Cities who want to understand what is lying all over their streets, their sidewalks, their playgrounds, and their beaches. In Holland, the Dutch Litterati community came together and collected data around small PET bottles. And that data created a deposit return scheme, thereby putting a monetization schematic on top of those bottles. Suddenly they became worth something. And that incentive mobilizes people all throughout the Netherlands to pick up plastic bottles and put them back into the system in their proper way. It's working with the data to help us understand how can we engage people on a level that they may not have already been engaged. And that's a good example of that. You also mentioned mapping problem areas. The data can really help us understand how are cities best allocating their resources. Are trash can places and recycling bins in the proper areas? Do trash and recycling truck routes go at the proper times and through the proper cadence? It's understanding that from the data that can really help us pave a path to the solution.
Thanks, Jeff. I really want to wish you tremendous luck in growing Litterati and increasing this impact, and look forward to working with you over the coming months, over the coming years to help this solution deliver to the best of its capability everything it can do to reduce the impact of plastics waste in the environment.
Thank you, Joe. On behalf of the entire Litterati team, thank you for your trust in us. We are honored to be partnering with you and look forward to creating a global impact going forward.
When was the last time you picked up a piece of litter? What difference would it make? This tiny decision can mean more than you think. One turns into many, and many turns into more than you could ever imagine. It can create change. A community of people cleaning the planet, one piece at a time. What are you going to do?